Before we dive in, if you're passionate about history and survival tactics, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This isn't just another history lesson. It's a guide on how to take timeless ingenuity from WWII soldiers and apply it directly to your own life today. I guarantee that the heating tricks these men relied on in the trenches, foxholes and freezing fronts are surprisingly effective in modern indoor settings. From improvised stoves to clever insulation methods, these techniques were about survival under extreme conditions. But adapted correctly, they can make your home or cabin experience far warmer and more efficient. Soldiers relied on layering metal and clay to trap heat, and you can do the same indoors. During WWII, soldiers often had to create makeshift stoves out of whatever materials were available, often tin cans, scrap metal, and even clay. They discovered that layering metal sheets with clay or mud around small fires trapped and radiated heat more efficiently than an open flame. At home, this same principle can be applied using ceramic or cast-iron stovetop heaters, or even by placing a thick clay pot over a small candle or oil lamp. By allowing the heat to build up and radiate slowly, rooms stay warm longer without increasing fuel consumption. The key is always to ensure proper ventilation to prevent carbon monoxide buildup. Insulating spaces with natural materials made tiny shelters surprisingly warm. On the eastern and western fronts, soldiers dug snow shelters or bunkers and lined them with grass, straw, and even old wool uniforms. This natural insulation created microclimates that trapped body heat and blocked wind. Indoors, this can translate to lining unused corners with thick blankets, rugs, or even straw in emergency setups. A makeshift insulated tent or nook in a larger room can dramatically improve warmth, especially if you're using small heat sources. Step 1 is creating a core area where heat can concentrate, then surround it with insulating layers. Body heat was a portable heater in freezing conditions. Soldiers knew that a group huddled together could survive extreme cold better than an individual alone. This principle still works indoors when using temporary sleeping arrangements during power outages or in drafty spaces. For example, arranging mattresses, blankets or cushions to create a tight cluster of warmth can maximize the heat retained. Even sitting close to a pet or another person while wrapped in heavy blankets can make a noticeable difference, mirroring the techniques used on the front lines. Heat retention was enhanced with reflective surfaces. A lesser-known World War II trick involved using shiny metal surfaces or foil to reflect heat back toward the soldier or the shelter's interior. At home, placing reflective materials behind heaters, radiators, or small wood stoves can push warmth back into the room instead of letting it escape through walls. This is especially effective in older homes with single-pane windows or drafty walls. Soldiers didn't have central heating, but they understood that even simple reflectors multiplied the effectiveness of every bit of heat. Improvised foot warmers, really saved frostbitten extremities. Soldiers frequently made their own personal foot warmers using heated stones wrapped in cloth, or sometimes small tins filled with embers. Indoors, you can actually replicate this by carefully heating ceramic stones in the oven, then wrapping them in thick towels and placing them near your feet, under blankets. These small, concentrated heat sources create a surprising amount of comfort, keeping your toes warm in chilly rooms without having to crank up the thermostat. Cooking was, well, a dual-purpose heating strategy. On the battlefield, cooking wasn't just for meals, it was a critical source of warmth. Soldiers often used small, contained fires in their bunkers to cook, which radiated heat while preparing food. At home, using a slow cooker, a small stovetop, or even a hot oven can serve the same purpose. Preparing meals with a heat-conscious mindset not only warms the space, but also creates a comforting routine, much like the soldiers relied on during those long winters at the front. Windbreaks and drafts were neutralized to preserve heat. Every World War II soldier knew that a single draft could ruin hours of careful heat management. They blocked wind with tarps, sandbags, and snow walls. Indoors, draft-proofing windows, doors, and small gaps with rolled towels, insulation strips, or even cardboard can dramatically reduce heat loss. Creating barriers doesn't require high-tech solutions, just careful observation and a willingness to improvise, exactly as soldiers did under fire. Small, controlled fires allowed for long-lasting warmth. Finally, soldiers mastered the art of controlled, efficient fires using small amounts of fuel. Instead of a large bonfire, they kept several small, contained embers burning, which maintained warmth over time without drawing attention. Indoors, this translates to using candles safely in clusters, small oil lamps, or controlled electric heaters on low settings. The principle remains. Steady, consistent heat is more effective than bursts of intense warmth. These 8 heating techniques are a testament to human ingenuity under extreme pressure, and they still work remarkably well in modern indoor settings. Whether you're a history buff, survival enthusiast, or someone looking to conserve energy during the winter, these strategies offer practical, actionable ways to stay warm. Take the time to experiment, adapt the methods to your space, and see how a few centuries-old tricks can transform your comfort. If you found this guide valuable, subscribe to the Legacy of Survival channel and share this video with fellow history enthusiasts. Every like, share and subscription helps us continue exploring the hidden survival secrets of the past and brings more timeless knowledge to modern life.